Hi everyone, this is Connor McDougall with Redder & Company, Sotheby's International Realty. I'm back for another edition of the McDougall Monthly Market Monitor. If this is your first time reading, I'll be walking you through some of the current trends for our market here in Tri-Cities. So I'll start off by reviewing some of the overall statistics for Tri-Cities as a whole. This includes a lot of the surrounding areas. If you're interested to see which of those areas it includes, just read the list at the bottom. So last month there was 336 active listings on average on the market. That is still quite low if we want to see a balanced market, but it is significantly more than this time last year when there was less than 200 listings in all of Tri-Cities. The average sale price is down slightly for the third month in a row, so it's down to $456,000 from $460,000. And the average sold price was still about $8,000 over asking, so even though we're seeing a decrease in the sales price, we are still seeing competitive offers being made and people offering over asking in order to get into homes. So for Kennewick, the median days on market right now is 5 days, which is actually the highest of the four major cities in Tri. We have seen lower in other areas. Similarly to Tri as a whole, Kennewick saw an average sales price drop for the third month in a row as well. So it's down to just under $427,000 from $442,000 last month. Homes in Kennewick also are selling at $5,000 over the list price. So we are seeing people in Kennewick, like everywhere else, asking over the list price in order to try to win those bids and get into homes. So Pasco is actually arguably the hottest market in Tri-Cities right now as far as the different cities are concerned. Median is only 3 days on market, so if you're looking to buy in Pasco, you want to make sure you're pre-approved, you want to have all your financing in order, you want to know what you want and be ready to pull the trigger because things are moving very fast there. We also saw an uptick actually in Pasco in the average sales price. It's up to just a little over $431,000 from $426,000 last month. There are also only 50 active listings at the moment in Pasco, which is 4 more than we saw last month on average, but still quite low. Obviously that is contributing to that 3 median days on market and why everything's moving so quickly. So Richland, like Kennewick, we're seeing a median days on market of 5 days. A little bit more time to move there than Pasco, but you do still want to be moving quickly. That's a very quick time to see a house, put in an offer, and have it accepted. They did also see a slight dip in their average sales price, down to about $498,000, down from $501,000. Not much of a dip, but just a little bit. And right now we're seeing about $9,000 over asking for the sold price. So again, very competitive offers being made. That's just the average, so there could be asking or sold prices that are significantly more over asking. That's just what the average number comes to. So if you find a home that you truly like, you're going to want to probably be offering at least $5,000 to $10,000 over asking if it's priced appropriately, if you want to be competitive and get into that home. So West Richland, like Pasco, is a very hot market at the moment as well. The average sales price in West Richland is over $580,000, which for people who've lived in Tri a long time to think that West Richland has the highest average sales price is an interesting thought for sure. Obviously the homes are newer because it is a newer developed area, so that does contribute to that higher sales price. West Richland is almost $15,000 is the average price offered over listing. So again, like the other markets, we're seeing very competitive offers being put in West Richland. People are looking to move there. And when the homes do come up and people find them, they're competitive offers for sure. A lot of people will say that the numbers are skewed here because there's so much new construction and development going on in West Richland, and that's really skewing the average. But last month, 28 of those 32 homes sold were resales, not new construction. And the average sales price of those resales was $555,000. So you're really only looking at about $26,000 less to purchase a resale property than you would be to purchase a brand new property in West Richland. And again, the average over asking for those resales is $18,000. So even more more competitive than what we've seen for all the properties combined. I did also pull some average mortgage rates from Freddie Mac. Very important to know that this is not an advertisement for mortgage rates. This is just me pulling that information and passing it on as an average statistic. I have a link below if you'd like to go see the information for yourself. But it is important right now to look at interest rates because it is a huge factor in buying a home, and they are changing rapidly. So as you can see, that 30-year fixed rate was around 3% for most of last year, and then started to climb near the end of the year. It's now up to 5.27% for the average mortgage in the primary mortgage market. So talk to your lender, have those conversations. There's obviously better rates available out there, but that is the average that we're seeing, and it has had a significant impact on people being able to purchase homes. So with the rising interest rates, we are starting to see the inventory creep back up as well. Keep on checking back in with me. It'll be interesting to see this year whether we see the inventory start to recover from the really low levels we've seen in the last few years, or whether that busy season in the summer does again cause it to kind of flatten out. As you see, last 2019, this is a more kind of normal inventory curve we're used to seeing, where there's about 500 houses in the off season, and then as the busy season picks up, it climbs closer to 600 to 700. We haven't even broke 500 in the off season since the beginning of 2020. So that's obviously what's driving this market, and how busy and competitive it is that low inventory and lack of supply. So Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland are starting to see a little bit of a plateau in their average sales price. We're really going to have to wait and see whether the higher interest rates continue through with that trend, or whether we're going to see a seasonal uptick like we usually do, where we see better or higher average sale prices in the summer months. With the record levels of inflation and appreciation over the last couple of years, it's very hard to predict what's going to happen in the future here. No one's got a glass ball. No one can tell you that for sure. So you just have to play it by ear and make the best decision for yourself at the time. The number of houses sold has been relatively stable over the last couple of years, which may surprise a lot of people. That's because of the lower inventory, I guess people would expect to see less houses being sold. But we are still seeing similar levels sold to the previous years. The biggest difference is the days on market is so low that those houses are coming on the market and going off immediately. So the volume's still there, the houses are still going on the market and being sold. It's just the fact that the low days on market is why you never really see that standing inventory climb up. So as I mentioned, the median days on market is only 4 days and 3 days for Pasco. So preparation and knowledge are extremely important right now if you're trying to purchase a home. You really want to make sure you understand the process, you understand what the process of making an offer looks like, writing a contract. You want to make sure you have all your financing lined up and as close to underwriting as possible if you're getting a mortgage and a loan. Truly very important right now that when the home comes on the market and you like it, that you're in a position to make a strong offer and you know what that looks like. If you're scrambling and trying to make decisions as a house comes on the market that you haven't talked about yet, it's going to be really hard to be competitive and make an offer that gets accepted in this market. So if you found this information useful, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more information about the Tri-Cities real estate market. And if you have any questions about the current housing market, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to assist in any way possible. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.